This is the shocker. Just put it in, it's gonna rock ya. That double trigger makes me feel good, more than a single finger ever could. Here we go!
You know you're at a paintball course, right?
Well, this is actually a paintball gun trigger that fits any mil-spec AR-15, so it's like basically the same thing, you know?
Oh my god, you totally don't understand. This is a paintball course.
No, brother, you don't understand. This is the shocker, bro. This is the shocker. Just put it in and let it rock, yeah. That double trigger makes me feel good, more than a single finger ever could. Break it down. 2 fingers are better than one. Just imagine how fast you could shoot your gun. Put it in, boy, let's have some fun. The shocker go and get you up. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel if you haven't figured it out already. Today we are going to be testing and reviewing the Shocker by Stuff and Things Incorporated. This thing is a double trigger for your AR that was inspired by old rocker triggers on paintball guns or even modern paintball guns, which were designed to be fired with 2 fingers. And basically what this does is this allows you to fire your AR-15 in the same way, because we all know that 2 fingers are better than 1. The way that this thing works is there is actually an activation lever on the underneath side. So when you pull the bottom side of the trigger, the activation lever pushes against the trigger, and then the top rocker actually just works like your normal finger pull. So basically what that allows you to do is rock your fingers back and forth and it fires each time. Now this is not a machine gun because there is no forced reset, there's no spring assistance, nothing. It just allows you to use 2 fingers to go bang instead of 1. So the main use cases for this, there is really none. It's really just to have fun and dump as much lead downrange as possible. It's really just a fun little range toy, but I thought it was cool. I thought it was nostalgic. I used to love to play paintball, so I thought I'd give it a shot. Now, full disclosure, I bought this with my own money. I do not have a discount code or any way to produce any revenue from doing this test and this review. So I really just want to give you guys my honest feedback and my honest reaction. I will leave a discount code in the description below for one of my friends, Mr. Snow. Thank you for letting me use your code, Mr. Snow. And that will give you 10% off if you do decide to go to Stuff and Things website. I will leave the code and the link to the website in the description if you want to go purchase one of these things for yourself. With that being said, I'm gonna give you my first mag reaction to shooting this thing. I tried to shoot this yesterday. I didn't have any success. None of it was the trigger's fault. It was all my fault. It was all stuff that was wrong mechanically on my end. So we're here the next day and I'm gonna give you my first mag reaction, and then we're going to do a speed test, and then we're gonna blow up some watermelons for fun. And then I'll give you my thoughts on this Shocker trigger after I put about 300 rounds through it. So with that, let's go test this thing, baby. All right, guys, here we are with the Shocker. This is gonna be my first mag reaction. Let's just see what happens. We're just gonna shoot it, see how fast we can dump it, see how accurately we can dump it. I've got a cam set up on the target down there, and we're just gonna see what happens. All right, we're live. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that definitely is gonna take some getting used to. It's kind of a strange feeling because the nature of it is to just kind of double tap it, and it's hard to keep them all going in a line, and obviously I was not very accurate. So, I'm gonna say it's pretty fun, but at the same time, it's definitely gonna take some getting used to. All right, let's do our next test. All right, guys, so for this test, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of hold it against my shoulder and point in that general direction and shoot at noises. And I'm just gonna see how fast I can dump this mag and try to see if I can get a nice rhythm going. Because I noticed in my first mag, it was a lot of like double tap, double tap, double tap, and it's really hard to get that rhythm going. But in this test, I'm just gonna not really worry about trying to hit something because I obviously suck at it anyways. And we're gonna see just how fast I can dump this mag. All right, here we go. Oh, malfunction. Another one, huh? Interesting. That was a little better. We had a couple malfunctions, and I'm not exactly sure what was happening there, but basically I just had to give it a little jiggle. I had to give my action a little jiggle, and it worked great. But that was a little bit better. For the second mag, not too bad. We had a couple malfunctions, but still pretty fun. All right, guys, so I was wondering why I was having so much trouble hitting anything with this thing. And it turns out my optic is kind of loose and wiggly, so that doesn't help. And also, the previous malfunctions that I had in the last test, my safety was a little bit loose. My grip screw was actually starting to back out a little bit, so I ran up to the house, fixed that really quick. I forgot to bring this back, so I'm just gonna be shooting this with a wobbly sight. We're gonna give it one more test. I've shot 90 rounds now out of it. Three different mags. So we're gonna give it one more test and see what we can do with a wobbly sight, but hopefully a fixed safety and no malfunctions. We're just gonna see how much we can put on this steel, how quickly. With a wobbly sight, that is not even going to work, but we're gonna give it a try. Should work. All right, here we go. That was much better that time. All right, guys, so between making the montage and doing those 4 different tests, I put about 200 rounds through this thing today. And it, honestly, we had a couple malfunctions that were, again, my fault. The malfunction gods have not been on my side this week. I had a loose sight, my grip was coming loose. It was just a bad week for stuff coming loose, apparently. But that's what happens when you use 2 fingers. But overall, I would say, obviously, this isn't something you'd want to put on every single gun. It's not like a performance trigger or something fancy like that. It's a range toy, but it is very, very fun once you get the hang of it. And once you kind of get everything set up and going. Obviously, you saw, like, you can dump a mag pretty quickly, and I've seen people dump mags way quicker than I have. I haven't practiced with it much, so I haven't obviously been able to really get the rhythm down. But still, very cool, very fun. I think it's worth it just for a fun thing to have, to be able to throw on a gun, take to the range, show your buddies, and it's gonna put a smile on your face when you shoot it regardless. So I told you I would put a discount code in the description. The discount code is definitely not code SNOWMAN. Never use that for 10% off of the shocker. But thanks, Mr. Snow, for letting me use your code and giving people a chance to get a little bit of money off of this pretty cool little thing. So that's been the shocker, and I definitely approve of the shocker. I'll see you guys next week.
This is the shocker. Just put it in, it's gonna